Hello, beautiful beings. So what is the number one killer of prosperity? And when I say prosperity, it is all types of prosperity. It's not just financial prosperity. It is prosperity in time. It means how much time we have. Prosperity in success. Prosperity in peace. Prosperity in our relationships. All the areas where you can be rich, you can be prosperous. So what is that number one killer? Well, I'm going to put it in a different way, and I'm going to start with saying that it is about celebrating your wins, your small achievements, those little wins, those times that we just pass by, like, yeah, okay, next. That is such a big killer of allowing more prosperity to come into our life. It's just awful. And my God, have I been? I've definitely done that. I know from personal experience, I have done that. And the trouble is that we don't even realize that we're doing that. So this is why I wanted to do this video, because it's so important to understand what is underneath, or what is it that we can do. It's all very well to talk about the law of attraction, to talk about, different steps to how to get out there and be prosperous. Often people associate that just with financial prosperity, but even just financial prosperity, it's not just about doing, trying to get into that, chasing that dream. So what on earth is celebrating small wins, celebrating those small achievements, got to do anything with prosperity? Well, here we go. When we are really not very good at stopping and notice all those little things that we do that are good. It's not from an ego point of view, like, oh, look at me, I am so good at that and I've done this. And it's really quite I wouldn't say the opposite, but yes, on the other side, a different energy, totally different energy. And this is what so many people are not doing. Why? Because in a way, we are so good at it. And by that, I mean we are naturally good at doing some things. And because we are good at that, we never even think about celebrating that. Giving ourselves a pat in the back, well done for that. It's almost like, well, that's not for me to say that. Well, it's obvious to me, so why am I going to celebrate it? But believe me, what I've learned in the years of coaching, that right at the beginning, that when I started my healing journey and now coaching people, is that we can be so bad at it, so rubbish at it, and we don't realize how important it is. So let me explain to you some of this. Celebrating your wins. So when I coach people, and I was so bad at that myself, because it's about, for instance, achieving some goals. So we put some goals, any area of our life, right? So maybe it's work, maybe it is around the house, and we do certain things. We have those goals. That tick list, maybe it can be very small, it can be a bit bigger goals. But whatever we do, we achieve that, and it's, okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? And I was so bad at that. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always had goals. I've always been someone who wanted to achieve something, even if it was a project, whatever it was. But what I know is that certainly when I became at least a teenager and then later on, I never valued my achievements, and I didn't value them. It came from a deep-rooted sense of, yeah, I'm not good enough and I always have to prove myself. So wherever it's coming from, that we do not understand, we don't learn to celebrate those little wins, those small achievements, the consequences are still the same. Is that we pass by and we go on to the next thing and next thing. So what happened, for instance, is that, yes, I was forever going for the next thing. I would achieve something, whether it was even in studying, for instance, doing a degree, doing another certificate, a diploma in this. And when do you then stop and think, wow, well done, that's really good, right? So the reason why it's important is because without stopping, we keep on living in the next, like the future. We don't learn to live in the now. We somehow forget to just stop and to take a look at, wow, today, what it is about today. Good, this is good. It could be anything, like helping a friend, being nice to yourself, doing something for somebody else as well, cooking something really nice that the family appreciates. I mean, it doesn't matter. It can even be on the business. Wow, today I managed to sell a course. I had another subscriber. I had another this. Yes, well done. And because we see some of these as, we get so used to it, it's almost like, well, they're not even worth stopping and looking at them. This is what we're telling ourselves. This is our story. So what happens then is that we're forever chasing, whatever it is that we're chasing, is that the feel good, but we don't even feel good. We don't give ourselves time to feel good. So we're forever chasing something else. What's next? What's next? So we don't live in that now moment, appreciating that now moment. And that's the next point I want to make, is that what happens is that we forget to be grateful for those little things. I'm sure you've heard about gratitude. And I do speak a lot about gratitude. In fact, I teach other things, the other way of being grateful that is not quite being thankful for something that's happened, but that's for another video and something I go through with my clients. But even gratitude for what has happened, for what we have done, for what we have achieved, even if it's a little bit. Gratitude is being able to become aware of the magnificence that is life. Right? We don't have to be grateful for the big things. Yes, I'm always being grateful for my children every single day. When I go on my walking meditation, that is something that I am grateful for every day. And I am grateful for another day, for being alive. I am grateful for nature. I am grateful for many things. And that seems easy. It really seems very easy. There are major things. But then the little things that I do, I just forget to stop. I mean, I am, as I said, a lot better now, of course, because I've gone through all this. But people are still not connecting with that. And that is honestly a killer to prosperity, because if you cannot appreciate or be grateful for what you have achieved, as I say, even if it's what you consider a small win, because that's the thing, we consider that a small win. Somebody might say, wow, I mean, what, you've cooked dinner for like 7 of you or something. I don't even do that. That's a big achievement. And you might say, oh gosh, that's nothing. Honestly, that's just nothing. It's part of what I do. So this is the thing, is that we do not connect with those little things that we do. And so what happens is that prosperity comes just like anything. It starts with little things. And if we cannot appreciate those little steps, it's going to be a lot more difficult to then attract something more. So if I dismiss, for instance, in business, I dismiss a deal that I've done because, well, it's only £50 that I've sold, whatever it is, well, it's not that much. You see how the energy around that is now stopping me from attracting more, or at least faster. It might get here, yes, but it's going to take a lot more effort, and it's not going to be as fast. And again, I'm not even going to appreciate that next step. So it's really important to celebrate our wins, because it brings us into that center of being grateful for those little things. And so the next thing from that, another reason why we need to celebrate that, is because as we celebrate, just, and I'm not talking that, wow, yeah, I need a party every day. It's not that. But to stop, to notice, to smile, and to think, wow, you know what? Well done today. That was good. I'm pleased that this has happened. And, notice. So this other step, this other point I want to make is that as we do that, we start feeling more comfortable with celebrating, with noticing. We feel a bit better about it, becomes more natural. Because to start with, the reason why sometimes we're not doing it, we're not celebrating those wins, is because somewhere in here, in our past and in our subconscious, we have this program that says, oh, for God's sake, don't be so big-headed. So what have you done? And so now we are saying that to ourselves, because in the past somebody might have said that, either when we were children or teenagers, or somebody, it doesn't matter, but somehow in our subconscious that suddenly has become a belief, a program. And now we don't feel comfortable with that. We feel that maybe we are really fake, we are this who do you think you are for celebrating that? Oh God, big deal. And that is the voice that we have, and we follow that. But the more you start saying, no, actually, I am going to just appreciate. And you're going to feel more comfortable with that. Because guess what? A little child, again, I've said that so many times, this example, but a little child who manages to now write a whole word, would you say, oh, yeah, okay, well, I can do better, and yeah, that's all right, but you can do better than that. And, this is the problem, isn't it? Is that so often children, and I see that at school, you could do better. Oh my gosh, what about saying, wow, well done for this. Okay, next time I'll show you how to do that. But yes, well done today. You've managed to do that. How do you feel about it? Yeah, good. Feel good. Because that's one more step. But because so often we've had, oh yeah, okay, but you could do better. Well, let's see what you can do next time. This is what we tell ourselves. But as we're going to be more and more comfortable with that, we're going to be less harsh on ourselves. We're going to be less demanding and more grateful, more appreciative. And that's a very good place to be, because now what happens is that we start connecting with the child within. And just like you would say to another child that you see in front of you, you're praising in a nice way. It's not about vanity. It's not about ego at all. It's about being able to say, oh, wow, yes, this is absolutely good. That, good for you for this one. As I say, it's not about the big hoo-ha and every single day. It's just about noticing. It's just about noticing and smiling and thinking, wow, gosh, that was a good one. That was good. I managed to do that. Well done. Okay. Thank you. And just, open that to the universe and say thank you. Do you know what? Every hour of the day is great, and every little thing that I do is wonderful. Yes, I'm appreciating the little things in life. Isn't that magnificent? Because that's what it is. And so we start now having more compassion for ourselves, because we're not going to be so hard on ourselves. Like, oh my gosh, is that all you've done today? Is that all you've managed? Are we not good at that? We're quite good at that. At being able to see some of the things that we haven't done. But hey, we have done some other things. So when we start having more compassion, it's like all this positive energy, this loving energy comes to us more and more. And so prosperity, that is part of that positive energy. Well, guess what? If you've made £50, that's good, celebrate it. For some people, they've made £5,000 in one day. Well, great for them. But do you know what? One thing that I learned is that it doesn't matter. This is the problem, is that it doesn't matter about the amount, because some people will make 5,000 and still beat themselves up because that's not enough. So where do you win? And this is so important, to be able to be in the now and connect with that. That is so important, because when you are into that prosperity perspective, when you now find that prosperity in everything that you do, and as I say, it's prosperity of time. I mean, having time for yourself and appreciate that, not feeling like I'm stealing time from here, there, to be able to pamper myself, or to be with my children, to have some time for a coffee with a friend. We start now having, wow, I've had a coffee with a friend for an hour today, and it's been wonderful. I've been able to have a chat with a friend I haven't been able to talk to for months. Wow, it's so wonderful. You see that time prosperity, and then you don't feel bad, because it's like, oh my gosh, I've been on the phone for an hour and now it's this, is that. We need to appreciate, to celebrate all that, the time, the small achievement, the small wins. That's how we open up to much more prosperity, because it's our perspective that we are now shifting into that prosperity energy. It is our perspective that is shifting, and when your perspective starts shifting, you will find that the energy around it starts shifting. We are all energy. We need to understand that it's not all this third dimension, down to earth, very practical things. That is so ego consciousness, third dimension consciousness. When we start going to a higher frequency and understanding that all this is not coincidence, it is the energy, we see more and more of that. We notice more and more of that. We hear wonderful things that make us smile. We see, we are with people, we connect, on whether it's with connecting with people, connecting with prosperity, financial prosperity, connecting with our business, with our jobs, that we start loving because we appreciate just a small thing that we've done today at work. Somebody giving us one compliment at work, saying, wow, that was fantastic, thank you for that. And we just dismiss it. Oh yeah, okay, you're welcome, that's okay. And then that's it. It's so important. I've honestly learned that we really need to be celebrating more the small wins. And celebrating sometimes is just smiling, noticing and say, wow, yeah, that was good today. Yeah, that was brilliant. Thank you for today, for that. That's good. Yeah, now I'm ready for more. You appreciate, you are grateful for all this today. And today, wow, I'm ready for more. And prosperity will be pouring. As I say, whatever area in your life you want prosperity in. So that's that for today. I hope that's helped you somehow. And if you want some more, please get onto my website, evaruiz-author.com, and get on the newsletter. You can actually get a lot more of this every week. Or if you want even real coaching in my mastermind group, weekly coaching with so much more in that, go and have a look, evaruiz-author.com/membership. It's on my website, so you can have a look. Or just leave comments, get in touch. But I hope this has really helped you. If you have any more questions, get in touch. But you are a magnificent being, absolutely. And please understand that you are not alone here. We are all connected, and we need everyone to start living from that higher frequency. Because when you are at that higher frequency, you allow other people to join you there. This is what we want in this world. We want to live in that loving place with peace, with joy, compassion. That's what we want. So that's all for today, and wherever you are, I am sending you lots of love.